So it seems that my previous Thomas video did exceptionally well. Given that it's something I also want to put my few cents in here and there, I'd be glad to put out more, given that I can think of a few more unique ideas. The HiT era, retrospectively, was pretty hit, no pun intended, and miss, with a lot of mid in between. However, like my Percy and the Magic Carpet video, I want to spotlight a good gem, this being Series 11's Thomas and the Runaway Car. The footage I'll be using for this was color corrected by TalesChip from the Internet Archive. Links to his channel will be in the description. So this episode starts out in typical HiT era fashion. Beautiful day on Sodor. Thomas has a special to deliver the Fat Controller's new car to the Sodor show. Gordon's also there, delivering a bandstand where the two decide to have a race to show off who can deliver their loads first.
And I'm ready to go. I'll be first at the Sodor show. I'll deliver the Fat Controller's brand new car to the Sodor show before you.
Thomas rushes off before his flatbed's coupled, where it runs off near Gordon's hill, causing major chaos. Thomas asks Gordon to help him get the car out of the haystack, and now, working together, they get the car to the Sodor show. So what do I think is so special about this episode? It seems like a typical run-of-the-mill outing for this era of the show. Well, to that I say, a lot of the episodes in this era are plagued with only ever focusing on the main 8 Steam team, and occasionally a new character, mostly paired up with Thomas in that regard. However, we get some nice moments with secondary and tertiary characters like Rocky, Arthur, and Rosie. It's definitely nice to see that the show crew didn't entirely forget about them and decided to bring out the old props again. Now for the characters, our mains Gordon and Thomas, they're the ones competing in the race and they together solve the conflict. Thomas and Gordon's dynamic in this episode is reminiscent of an older-younger brother dynamic. It ties neatly back to the end of Series 1, where after Gordon falling down a ditch and Thomas into a mine, both agreed to a mutual alliance.
Remember, Thomas, called Gordon roundly, united we stand, together we fall. You help me and I'll help you. I'll remember, replied Thomas.
It's great to see any era past the classics to stick with established lore. This is why the Renaissance is held in such high regard in this. Thomas also makes a very nice gesture by giving Gordon the job of delivering the Fat Controller's car. Kinda like how what he does with Stanley and the Mayor in The Great Discovery. Another major reason why the HiT era is disliked is because it all looks the same. It's hard to tell a series 8, 9, and 10 episode apart, because it's all filmed, lighted, and shot the same way. However, this episode stands out to me as being different from the usual by having different techniques used throughout the filming of the episode. One shot I noticed when Thomas is going up Gordon's hill. The low angle and camera being pointed up gives a good sense of steepness on what would be, from the model's perspective, a big steep hill. Another shot I think was quite well was this sped up tracking shot of Thomas. It stands out because unlike most of the tracking shots, it gives a sense of speed. When I initially started my first binge of the entire series back in March of last year, I expected the HiT era to be a total sludge fest, followed by another in Nitrogen era. However, I was pleasantly surprised by a good amount of the episodes from every season, well, almost every season, in the HiT era. So in wake of that, I want to look back on some of these non-classic series and shine some light on the positive points I've seen. However, it's just my opinion, so feel free to disagree. You know, I just want to start a discussion in the comments or a flame war, I don't really care. It's just more interaction for me.
And today we're going to destroy a SpongeBob SquarePants DVD. We're going to shred it because SpongeBob SquarePants is absolutely horrible. It has gone downhill, and I'm not going to support it any longer. So we're going to shred that cardboard off this. Here we go. Die! Die! You fucking wanker! Fucking die! Die! Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to hell with SpongeBob SquarePants. Love My Little Pony. Love Rainbow Dash forever.